Hey guys and girls, this is Jano, and I'm about to show you how I did my Fortress Wave 120. Well, first of all, I use Valkyries to take out the Wraiths. The Valkyrie with Suicide Vest are a key to take out the Wraiths. This will reduce the damage that you take with your Vanquishers. So pay attention. Obviously, the Wraiths have got the new iron technology that's gonna really ruin your Vanquishers and destroy them pretty fast because it kills the shields. But by doing what I'm about to do now in these fortress waves, you'll save yourself a hell of a lot more damage than normal. So you're gonna use your Valkyries to take out all the Wraiths, as you see me doing right now. You go and do a full 360 degrees on the base and just basically take it out. Well, the Wraiths anyway. And you'll see why in a bit. There's a lot of players out there speculating that you have to coin in these fortress waves. Well, as you will see now, I didn't really coin to take out this fortress wave. It was a straightforward attack. I didn't lose that many. I wasn't really paying attention to what I used up, but it wasn't that many Vanquishers, and it surely didn't cost me barely any air. Coming up to the end of this attack, I had a bit of lag issues, or whatever you want to call it. Like the commands that I was given was a bit, I don't know, edgy, or they just wasn't taking the orders fast enough. That will become more apparent later on. Just bearing in mind, make sure you take out every single one of these Wraiths, because they really do damage your Vanquisher's shield, and you'll kill your Vanquisher unit. So just make sure you clear every single one of them out by using your Valkyries. See, I would have normally ended the attack right here, but video purpose, I'm just gonna take my Valkyries back to where the spawn point is, because if you don't and you retreated them where they were, they'll end up just flying over the base and they'll just all get killed. So that was less than 30 Valkyries, by the way. Now I'm going to use my typical move, which is use the heavy gunners to clear out the landmines. Once again, I am actually doing this on the pure purpose that I don't want my Vanquisher shields activated too soon. So for any players out there that, you know, that is using Vanquishers, or any other units, in fact, you could use this on your tactic as well. Use your elite heavy gunners with the anti-mine suit on, which will stop your heavy gunners from being killed or immune to landmines, as you see right here. Pretty cool tactic. I believe there's other units out there that you could use for this, which is the Suicide Bomber. But heavy gunners are, if I end up I could actually use these heavy gunners if I needed to, as in like anti-air cover from the drone silos. But as you can see, this base, heavy gunners, they just won't stand a chance. So yeah, I'm retreating them now. This next move was a Vanquisher move, I believe. It was an epic fail on my side, because I was hoping that my Vanquishers would punch through the hole and take out that iron cannon over there, but instead they decided to go around the wall, or trying to go all the way around the back, and ended up getting my Vanquishers killed. So yeah, that was a epic fail. So I go and do it again. Hey, I'm just human, right? I do make mistakes. I just said screw it, I'm just gonna send them in, and hopefully this will work, because it worked on my previous attacks. I just didn't understand why they didn't work the first time around, as you will see here. See, one of that last one punched through and actually took it out, which how it should have done, or that's how it should have been the first time around, but it didn't, which kind of like threw me off there. So I lost 2 Vanquishers for no, or 3 Vanquishers for no reason. Like I said, this is exactly what I did on all the other fortress waves. I took less damages on the earlier fortresses because they were a hell of a lot easier than this. On this specific fortress wave, as you can see, it's like totally fully loaded with just everything max units, and you're fighting a hell of a lot more than you would do in a normal base. So it's not too bad to say that I didn't coin it, and the loss that I took is actually a lot less than I would have done if I was playing, well, I don't know, in a decent player's base. I would say that I did a damn good job in here, because this is a lot more equipped and has a lot of disadvantages to players in comparison to a player's base. But hopefully you enjoy, you can watch, and you can probably improve on places where I made mistakes. This is just a guideline for anyone that's following or that's still doing the event and struggling on the lower fortresses. Maybe you could take some of these tactics I'm using here and improve on them. As you can see, I've not gone back once in my base yet to coin this fortress wave. There's a lot of speculations out there that anyone that's gone as high as they have with this, they have coined every single fortress wave because the fortress waves are just unbeatable. Well, I must admit I have coined some, but I haven't coined, how can I say it? I haven't coined in between the fortress waves, because the bases ain't exactly as hard as what people are making it out to be. But this one, well, this fortress wave is pretty hard, and you do take a bit of damage trying to take this out. As you can see, I was trying to give commands and the unit, because the base is just extremely overloaded. There's a lot of lag and there's a lot of delayed command that's coming in, which is pretty annoying at some points. My main goal was obviously, as you've seen, take out the race, take out the iron cannon, and now take out the range radar jammer. You take out these key points, you can bring in some, and the orbital laser. If you take out these key buildings, then you can bring in some other units to, how can I say it, to reduce damage from yourself. You'll see me using semi-damage, if not micro-healed, the hover tanks in a bit. Obviously hover tanks, I'm not sure if a lot of players out there actually use them micro-healed, but for myself, I tend to use micro-healed hover tanks on giants and giant thorium depots and AC-45s. So there's just a little insight there, which I don't tend to do a lot of videos on how to do things anymore, because a lot of things get changed. But for this purpose, I'm helping you guys gain some sort of insight on how you could do some of the harder fortress waves. Just using up the last of my Vanquishers on that platoon that I first landed with. Just take out some more key structures, turrets, which is going to make it a lot easier for my micro-healed hover tanks to kick in. Now you guys might be thinking, this guy's crazy for taking his Vanquishers dead in the mix of everything. Well, I'm doing this purely because I don't want my Vanquisher to be trying to shoot through the wall, which is losing the shield faster than it should do. Whereas at least this way I get him beyond them walls and he doesn't have to shoot through the walls to shoot at what I want it to target. Now it just directly shoots at everything once I got him beyond that wall. There you go, end attack. That one platoon was dead, sending them back in, bringing in another Vanquisher platoon. No, bringing in a Vanquisher platoon, and oh, okay, it was a hover tank platoon. This is the micro-healed hover tank, or semi-damaged or heavily damaged hover tank platoons. There's 13 of them, as you can see there. All I'm going to do now is just wear away at this base so that I can bring in the last parts of my damage Vanquishers. As you can see, I'm using the walls to my advantage to take down anything that would that I could use as splash damage. I took a bit of beating there. I got too close to the plasma turret. Once again, I'm just clearing up a little bit of the units that's left in this base. Hopefully it won't create so much lag, but it still does anyway because of the last stand units, as you will see. You'll see me use the fist or the fire at will maneuver later. You'll probably think I'm crazy, but it actually gives me a continuous missile barrage at the enemy. So, you know, you can do it one way or the other. If you got the balls to do it, you do it. If you don't, then don't do it. Play it safe, and you know, it's up to you. But for me, I wanted a continuous missile barrage at the enemy units, as you'll see me do right now. So my units are continuously moving forward while still shooting at the same time, whilst they're defending themselves, as you can see. And this actually you know, reduces some damage, but they got too close to something there and I took a bit more damage than usual. They got stuck on the walls for some reason, which once again they took a bit more damage. But it's all good because, like I said, you can use micro-healed hover tanks anyway. So to me, I would have just gone back in my base, micro-healed whatever I lost in here with the hover tanks, and then did it all over again. But it was just a straightforward straightforward attack. I didn't even once enter my base. All I did is just pulled out units. Like I said, you carry on using your fist maneuver there. It was an epic fail on my side, so I said, alright, screw it, end attack, go out, retreat them, and then pulled out the rest of my Vanquishers semi-damaged. Now all I'm going to do is clear up a little bit. These Vanquishers I am using now are slightly different to what I was using earlier. The Vanquishers I used at first had double shield. These Vanquishers I've got single shield. These ones I've got the suicide ability, or the explosion ability. When the shield runs out, they incur a giant explosion once the shield goes, as you will see in there. And it also creates a hell of a lag, as you see. And this is where I had a lot of issue trying to control my Vanquishers and trying to do what I asked them to do. They just wouldn't do it. But it's all good. Once again, I'm picking out key points for my Vanquisher to park at and just basically explode. That's what these Vanquishers are for, to explode. Clear out whatever remaining buildings that I can't get to with my air units. As you can see here, look, I just keep clicking there, There's a lot of lag. Just imagine if this base was jam-packed RAM of the enemy Vanquishers. Now that lag, I wouldn't be able to move around the map or the battleground as easily as I did there. Unlike the last event, I would have lost a hell of a lot more in this base alone, purely because they had Vanquishers that was creating a lot of server lag and desyncing my command to the enemy command, or to my unit commands. As you can even see in here alone, there's a lot of delays with my commands to the units doing as they've been ordered to. I believe I end up losing one of these Banshees because they just wouldn't move to where I asked them to, and then you'll see. So I just now used attack and move command. Attack and move command actually reduces damage, from your air units, because they're continuously attacking and moving. And if something gets in close to them, what they do is they attack that unit before they carry on moving. But sometimes, like if the commanders you see right now is desynced, it's kind of annoying. As you can see, I keep clicking north of my Banshees for them to move up because I don't want them to get too close to them hover tanks. Well, they just wouldn't take my command, and it was really frustrating me because I was going to start taking heavy damage if they didn't listen to me sooner or later. Look at all that delayed commands. They're moving to the specific locations that I'd already clicked like a few seconds or a minute ago. You see that? That's kind of that's crazy stuff right there. There's a hell of a lot of delay. My internet is good, and I'm using an iMac, and I'm getting that much delay. That's just crazy. Look at that delay. Whoa, I swear to gosh. And that's me clearing out most of the base already. Imagine if this was packed of Vanquishers. Hopefully, guys, you've watched this fully and learned some stuff, maybe improve on some of the stuff where I made a mistake. Hopefully you won't come across as much desync as I did, and you get to the specific waves that you want to get to and unlock the specific prizes that you want to unlock. Once again, I get desync here with the commands. You can't see me trying to click north of my Banshees, but I was actually trying to click north because they were getting closer and closer to that hover tank there, and as you can see, they start moving eventually where I clicked ages ago. You see that? They're moving up north where I was clicking, and now they finally took that command and moved away, and I believe I lost one Banshee there. Oh no, maybe, yeah, there was 6 Banshees and I lost one. There you go, guys and girls, enjoy.